Known Melinda for 4 years.
We met on the internet.
We'd set up a time where we wanted to go out and, we were actually wanting to go to the Oswego Pumpkin Fest.
He brought me instead to
the bridge there in Rathburn Road, the railroad bridge, just because I always thought that place was cool and, it was a neat spot. And then
we went to Brightbeck Park, and why the tree is so important to us is that's the tree that we had our first kiss in.
We drove around a little bit, and
he just showed me around Oswego because I really had never been to Oswego before.
We went down to the Dunkin' Donuts there in Oswego by the Days Inn and got some coffee, and I ended up, she didn't want a coffee, and I told her, oh no, you're going to get coffee one way or another, and I ended up drawing a little coffee cup on her hand, and that was the first time we met.
I knew Don was the one when...
I knew she was the one when...
I went up to Canton to meet, to spend time with him.
Everything between us clicked. It was, we didn't have the exact same interests, but we had enough in common, and she, she could put up with my goofiness. She was goofy too. And
as I was leaving, I said that I loved him right before I got on the bus.
We meshed so well together.
And I was freaking out because I didn't mean to say it so early.
And it was just when I sat back one day when I was still living up in Canton and just thought, oh my gosh, I go, I can't imagine going the rest of my life without this, girl.
I'm like, I hope you didn't take offense to that. And
that's when I realized, she was the one for me.
Don proposed to me on December 17th of last year.
I proposed to her officially over at Brightbeck Park. We had this tree down at the pathway along the lake's edge.
He's like, oh, let's get out and walk around. I'm like, there's a foot of snow out here. We're going to walk through snow. He's like, yeah, I want to walk through the snow.
I had it all planned out. I had the rain in my coat, and, I'm trying to hide it the best I could because the box was kind of bulging out a little bit. And I was just like, oh, she's going to catch on, she's going to catch on.
So we walked all the way down the path and walked through a foot of snow to get down to the tree.
The pathway down there wasn't cleared at all.
I started to climb up into the tree, and
I didn't get down on one knee because it was cold.
He looked at me, and he I don't even know.
She went to go get down. I turned around. I opened up the box, and
he said something really sweet, and I just
I held out the ring and asked her if she would marry me.
He asked me to marry him, and I was standing up in the tree,
and she teared up, and I told her, hey, don't you be tearing up, it's cold out, they'll stick to your face.
Don, I love you more than words can even explain.
I don't know where she is in the room right now, in the banquet hall, but I want everybody to look over at her. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever met. She's just has the most outstanding personality. She's the kindest person I've ever met. And she's probably turning red and tearing up a little bit right now because everybody's looking at her, and I'm saying these words.
I don't know what my life would be without you, and I'm so glad that we're going to spend the rest of our life together.
She just taught me, it's okay to step back, take a breath.
Just be happy together, laughing and spending time with my best friend. So.
I can't wait till after the wedding so we can step back and enjoy the moment.
I love you.
I love you, Melinda. I'm hoping she's to this side, over here. She's probably actually to this side, but I'm hoping she's over here. Everybody just look at her. This is my wife now. I love her.